People know what it's like to start at the bottom and they want to help others.
Exactly. And science does that too. The ability for people to get a PhD and study something at a university means that you are creating new knowledge, and it gives you a advantage in the playing field when you're starting a company. And how did you get that advantage? Well, by thinking, by doing experiments, by doing something that nobody else had done.
Welcome to Talk Bio to Me, the show where we sit down with the people building the future of biology. I'm your host, Flo Lumsden, founder of Chorus Studios, a podcast production company where we transform complex technologies and breakthrough ideas into human stories that educate, entertain, and inspire. This year, we headed to SynBioBeta, the world's largest conference for synthetic biology. This mini-pod features some of the most fascinating founders.
We make spores that actually eat the insects.
Scientists.
We have carbon-fixing microbes that can essentially eat emissions.
Researchers.
This is going to make DNA into a programmable material that we can use to turn biology into infrastructure.
Investors.
Because it's garbage in, garbage out on AI. And Mother Nature still works in mysterious ways, right?
And AI innovators.
I'm increasingly excited about AI actually making an impact in the lab.
Shaping the future of biotech. From breakthrough therapies to AI that's beginning to design biology, I discovered one of the most exciting technological revolutions of our time. Okay, talk bio to me. Welcome, John, to Talk Bio to Me. I'm Flo from Chorus Studios, and I'm so excited to be here at SynBioBeta for the first time ever.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Would you share with the audience your name and your role at SynBioBeta?
Sure. My name is John Cumbers, and I'm the CEO and the founder of SynBioBeta.
So I wanted to start at the beginning. What problem did you set out to solve when you first created SynBioBeta?
There were a lot of early stage synthetic biology companies and biotech startups that didn't have a peer community supporting that. And that was the problem that I set out to solve, as a way that we could connect together all of the early stage founders.
Amazing. How many years has it been going now?
We've been going for 14 years.
Wow, over a decade.
Yeah.
How has it evolved over those years?
Well, we're in the San Jose Convention Center, which is a big trade show. We've got over 100 exhibitors, over 100 sponsors. We have over 2,000 people here. Compare that to the first SynBioBeta, which was in a law firm in a free office in Sand Hill Road, and we had 150 people show up. So it's come a long way.
It's a lot of persistence to build a community.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So we've discussed the problem you're working to solve. Can you share a little bit more about your personal journey to SynBioBeta?
I have a passion for events. I was in a youth theater growing up, so I just love the smell of the grease paint, the lights, the soundboard. I love the production of events. And I think you can create magical experiences outside of the real boring world when you can create a special event. So I've loved doing events. I've done events all my life. I love bringing people together. I love introducing people. And I love creating experiences that you can't find anywhere else. So that's the core of it.
I'm sure it's very fulfilling to see these connections being made that could lead to new products and new innovations. And you're kind of the spark of that, because you created this amazing place for community to come and interact.
Yeah, we have so many people at the event each year that come up and say, I met my co-founder here, I met my investor here. And people who now come back, and those same people then choose to sponsor the conference. They choose to launch a product at the conference. They support the next generation with travel grants or our next gen program. So yeah, there's just a lot of excitement. And the culture of Silicon Valley is to pay it forward with whatever you've been able to achieve success at. You pay it forward to the next generation.
Right. People know what it's like to start at the bottom and they want to help others.
Exactly. And science does that too. The ability for people to get a PhD and study something at a university means that you are creating new knowledge, and it gives you a advantage in the playing field when you're starting a company. And how did you get that advantage? Well, by thinking, by doing experiments, by doing something that nobody else had done. So it's a real beautiful way for society to work and for the economy to work, because it really does enable. Science is a great enabler.
It's amazing. I've learned so much these 3 days. I'm pretty new to biotech. I've heard a lot from the folks I've interviewed that it's one of the only places where the business and the science really come together. And that's why they're here, is to like build something that can be used in the real world, like bring science to out of the lab, out of the university and into the real world. So I think you've accomplished what you set out to do. I've seen a lot of AI startups this year. AI is rapidly transforming synthetic biology. Where do you see the biggest opportunities at the intersection of AI and biotech? Where do you think that the industry still faces limitations or challenges?
The biggest opportunity, the area where we're seeing so many startups, is large language models for genes and genomes. You're seeing companies like Latent Labs, which spoke yesterday, or Cellular Intelligence, which is creating a different kind of AI model for cell signaling. And so what you're seeing is proprietary data sets, which are being generated through experimentation, and then that data then being fed into an AI model, and then that AI model then being used for designing an enzyme or making a new kind of organism that's going to perform some particular function. So I think that's the most interesting thing, is that genes and genomes are pretty diverse things in terms of the nature that they've evolved and how they've come about. And we've been trying to engineer them through one base pair at a time or one promoter or gene at a time. And it's been a pretty manual process to take hundreds of millions of letters of DNA and try to design them. And now you're seeing these LLMs produce these genes and genomes, and they're producing things that we've never seen before. And people are starting to build them and see whether they're functional or not. And some of these are doing better than the human design. Well, a lot of these are doing better than the human design genes. So yeah, I'm very excited. And most of these are antibodies that people are making for making drugs to cure diseases.
Yeah, very important work.
Yeah.
What about some challenges or limitations to implementing AI into the scientific biotech processes?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know what challenges or limitations exist. Probably more on the human-centric piece of this, which is where do humans fit in an AGI world that we're heading towards? And what does the future of a company look like? So I think the challenges are more societal challenges and business model challenges to AI, I think, rather than the implementation of it, because I do think we're approaching this singularity where we're going to achieve AGI, and then it's going to be this giant leap forward in our capabilities. But
where do we fit in?
Yeah, where do we fit in? Do we need money anymore?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Across synthetic biology, what innovations or areas of research are you the most excited about right now?
I'm most excited about the companies that are looking at new models of healthcare, new models of fighting disease. Companies like United Therapeutics. We had Martine Rothblatt come speak last year at the conference, and she spoke about the xenotransplantation of humanized pig organs, taking those pig organs and then transplanting them into humans. And she's had great success with that, with people walking around with the organs from United Therapeutics for months.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in things at the edge of the envelope that nobody else is doing. And so that's one example. I'm also interested in some of the consumer applications of biotechnology. Zbiotics is one of our sponsors here. They sponsored the VIP dinner last night, giving everybody their probiotic hangover cure.
I got to interview Zach.
Oh, you did? Wonderful, yeah. So he's an amazing entrepreneur.
He is.
And then these GLP-1s, these peptides are also great consumer applications. We just had David Sinclair talk about cellular reprogramming and the ability to reverse aging in skin cells and eye cells. So there's just a whole ton of opportunities there in consumer-facing biotechnology, which I think are really important.
Yeah, it feels like as a consumer coming into this space sort of new, it feels like we're getting products for the first time that are representing real innovations in science. Like even Zbiotics, like that sort of product never existed before, and it's exciting that it's coming to shelves near you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be a lot more. Zbiotics has another product out for fiber, enriching fiber in your diet. And I think I keep hearing some other interesting probiotic companies that are going direct to consumer as well. So it's a great new opportunity.
Very cool. Have you learned about anything new this SynBioBeta that you've been really excited to hear?
Yeah, there's a team here from Korea that is making a new kind of genetically engineered plant that glows in the dark.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they have a poster in the poster session, and I think that's a pretty interesting and innovative model. And then there's also a lot of small hardware providers. Expo is a really good place for small companies that are doing automation or software or hardware to come and meet with their customers, which are the small and mid-sized biotech companies that are going to buy their products. And so there's some new bioreactors out there. There's some new software tools. A lot of us here are geeks, and we just love playing with new hardware and new tools. And the expo is a great place to do that.
Yeah, I wondered if some of the hardware and software, especially the AI and robotics products, might team up, because I spoke with Chris from AIX Ventures.
Yeah.
And he was saying he really only wants to invest in AI for scientific innovation that is really A to Z. It's totally integrated. It's not, use this product here, use this product here. He wants to invest in not just the research for AI, but also the implementation and the robotics and all of that. So
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see it seems like there's some disparate products kind of along the research and development pipeline that could team up to create more
Maybe full stack.
full stack.
Yeah, because it's not clear where the value is going to emerge. Therefore, people definitely want to create the full stack of applications, from data gathering through to feeding the data into the model. So I think that makes sense that investors would want to look there. They don't want to miss out on where the value
Right.
is going to be added.
Right. Well, final two questions. We kind of covered this, but like in terms of like thematically this year, how did you approach this year's SynBioBeta, and what was really exciting about that?
Yeah, a number of the themes that we had this year around human health, AI and bio, planetary health, tools and technologies. And all of those different things come together and have a core base community of people who care about making it easier to engineer biology. That's the core of the event. That's the core of our community. And then next year, we're already starting to think through what might the topics be and who might come and speak. We're going to be announcing some community sessions so people can propose sessions that they want to have at the conference. Rather than us programming it all, we're going to be kind of throwing open the doors and saying, hey, community, what do you want to see? What do you think's hot? So we'll be starting that process in August.
So exciting. Well, I've been honored to be here to interview some of the most amazing thought leaders in this space, and I've learned so much. Like my brain has increased 3 times in size, I
That's
think.
wonderful. Thank you.
So thank you for having me, and I hope we'll be here next year.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me too.
Yeah. Cheers. Don't forget to subscribe or follow Talk Bio to Me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube today for episodes dropping very soon.